Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. We did it. We survived Halloween, everybody. It was a rough week.
It was a spooky dark night.
There was a lot of power outages. Yeah, we didn't mention that we were recording at night that time for some reason.
Oh God.
Umbreon really opened up the door for recording at nighttime.
Oh, it's wonderful. Happy November, everybody.
Yeah. A much quieter, easier month, November. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, how are you?
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here. How are you doing today, Professor?
Oh, wow, turning it back on me. Well, pretty happy. The weather is getting nice and cold. It's a little bit crisp outside. Just in time. We just got the air conditioning fixed. But it's I guess not just got the air conditioning fixed. It's been fixed for a while though, but it felt like it was
fixed for weeks.
God, it feels like it was down for so long. It's just having it back feels so nice. But also, it's getting cold outside, so
yes.
Also joining me here in the classroom today is our young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin,
Yo,
what's going on, man?
Not a lot, man. I just took a nice fall walk this morning. It was really pretty nice.
So that's when you fall and then you get back up and you walk a little bit and you fall again, and because it's a fall walk.
A fall walk.
But that's the thing. The key is you do fall and you get back up again, but you can't let it keep you down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the key with the fall walk. But I'm very clumsy, so I fall all the time when I walk.
What's that? You watch that movie all the time, Mr. Curtis, something called Zubatman or something, where they say why do we fall down? Why do we fall down?
Why do we fall down? Just so we can learn how to jump up and down. That's right.
That's the quote.
Jump up and down. Jump up and down.
From Zubatman Begins, and then it turns into a dance number. I remember that.
Yeah. It's a real bowl calling the cup toasted moment.
Yes, that is a really bowl calling a cup toasted movie. You're exactly right.
What does it mean?
Corey, if you couldn't figure out what it means from context clues yet, then you'll just never know what it means.
Oh.
All right.
My brain is small.
So we have a very, very important Pokemon to talk about today. So it's
a big one.
Big one. So we have to get to it before we do, I have a Gengar mail that I'd like to read, if that's okay with everybody.
Sure.
Let's go.
This comes to us from, I believe this is Nicholas.
Yes.
Yeah. Nicholas. Now it's spelled Nicholas. We were asked to read it as weird and funny as possible a couple weeks ago. So I'm continuing that trend. Nicholas says, "Hey everybody, I love your lessons, so I subscribed to the Patreon."
Woo!
Yeah! Woo!
Give us your money. Thanks for supporting us.
Yes, thank you for supporting us, but also you're welcome for all that.
You're
awesome
welcome
content.
For all the extra content.
Yeah.
Oh, you're eating good.
Got so much content on there. They said, Nicholas says, "I love the doodles, Mr. Spinnerack Lord Curtis, and I also love the Nuzlocke episodes."
Spinnerack Lord.
Thanks. I'm glad you like them.
Yeah, tell us, how do you like them? We'll wait.
Well, wait. What do you like about them?
Yeah, what's your favorite thing about them?
Thanks. That sounds
Whoa,
so cool.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Okay, so they go on to say, "Now I promised info about the alligator, so here it is. I believe in a previous Gengar mail, Nicholas mentioned something about alligators. I can't quite remember. It was
the heck is
a while
that?
ago.
You mean for alligators or?
No, they said alligator. It's actually about alligators.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's
I've
a
never heard of this
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon from their region that they know about, and they're gonna describe it to us.
All right. Well, explain it.
The alligator is a big crocodile, or crocodile.
Crocodile?
Crocodile, like Pokemon. It's a water and ground type. It mostly lives in swamps. Oh, okay, cool. Water and ground.
Right.
Yeah. So it's basically like it's like a Swampert.
Swampert, yeah, Swampert.
Yeah. That's a Swampert with sharp teeth, maybe?
Maybe. Could be a disfigured Swampert that you've been seeing.
Sure.
Maybe. Have you asked yourself, is this a disfigured Swampert, I think?
I usually ask myself that whenever I see anything I don't recognize.
Whenever I see Mr. Curtis, I think, is that a disfigured Swampert?
Yep.
For all you artists out there, that's your that's your motivation for Mr. Curtis. Disfigured Swampert.
That's right.
Swampert.
Yeah.
Or 6 Spinneracks in a trench coat. Either one.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Pretending to be a human. Okay, they go on to say, if you want more information, just tell me and I will make an essay. You know what? Hey, listen, I'm not going to stop any student from sending in an essay. If you want to send me an essay for an alligator, go for it.
I will. I'll stop you. Send me a poem instead.
Oh, yeah, send us a poem. Wait, yeah.
Ooh,
send us a
send
poem
it.
along with artwork on your...
Alligator poem.
Yeah, but I want...
Alligator poem.
Make sure it's a shiny alligator in your drawing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, they say, I really love your classes and I hate the breaks. Breaks. Listen, we didn't break our air conditioning. It broke on its own. Wait,
Don't blame us.
Wait. Corbin, you didn't break the air conditioning, did you?
No, I didn't break the air conditioning. When all else fails, blame Gunk. It was probably Gunk that took
Gunk
it out.
probably did it, yeah. It's probably
Gunk does like to chew on these types of things.
She's crazy. She needs to be tamed, but she
absolute
can't be tamed.
maniac. Can't be tamed. Wild and free.
Like the Goldine.
Just like
Anyways,
a Goldine.
that's right.
For Mr. Curtis, I have one more thing to say. I love your work with the Spinnerax, and I am a fellow breeder. I mostly breed Scyther, but sometimes there is another Pokemon I like to breed.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Oh, sorry. There is... wait, I think they're saying there are other Pokemon that they like to breed. So they mostly do Scyther, but sometimes they branch out and do other Pokemon.
Okay.
Like what?
I don't know. They didn't write it down. I can only tell you what I know.
Come on, Nicolea.
Nicolas.
Nicolas.
Oh, and they also
Nichalis, Scyther is a very cool a bug type Pokemon. Okay. So
It is cool.
I can appreciate that.
Insect type is what the bug experts call it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So Nick Charlie ends the Gengar mail by saying, I'm sorry for disrespecting Donnie J. Goodbye, y'all.
That's okay.
Bye.
He can take it. He's tough.
Yeah, he's
No,
tough. Yeah,
don't
he takes
say
all
that.
the disrespect that Corbin gives him.
That's true. Corbin does give him a lot of disrespect.
Can't believe you treat your father like that, Corbin.
He's not my real dad. He's just a Mr. Mime. It's not possible.
Wow, just a Mr. Mime.
Wow.
Just a Mr. Mime. That took care of you.
I can't believe it.
That's actually the name of his autobiography, coincidentally.
What?
He's writing that, too. He's writing that on the weekends. He told me about that.
What's the title? Just a Mr. Mime?
Just a Mr. Mime, and it's him with his arms crossed in the front.
Does he have like one like eyebrow like cocked up? Like he's like
One eyebrow cocked up. Yep, he's done that. Kind of like the look at this sort of face. So he's doing that. Pretty sure the backdrop is a lake. I don't know. He's still working on the cover art for the book.
Is it written though? Is the book done?
No, he hasn't finished the first draft yet.
Okay.
He's still working on it.
Corbin, I look forward to when you bring us the first draft of Just a Mr. Mime.
And we'll read it for one lesson.
Yeah, well, for one lesson. Maybe for the Mr. Rhyme lesson, we'll read it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can't wait to get there in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll get there pretty soon. Okay, so Mr. Curtis, do you think Nicolas gets... Actually, you know what? You are gonna get extra credit because it was kind of an essay on an alligator, so I'll give you extra credit there. Mr. Curtis, do we think a gold star is in order?
I have to say, to a fellow breeder, a gold star is only right. Thank you. And a breeder of bug type too. I mean, you can't even argue with that.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Nicholas. Your work is appreciated, and thank you for furthering the bug type breeding community. Thank you.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. Curtis. All right. So again, if any students out there want to ask me, the professor, a question or send us an essay or art or anything like that, they can send it to wwopokemon@gmail.com. Corin, what was that Gengar mail again?
That was wwopokemon@gmail.com. It's also in the link tree. If you click on the description of this lesson on whatever listening platform you're on, there's a link tree link in there. That's the link you want to click for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
So much cool stuff in there, and one of those is a link to the Gmail.
You know what? I don't even know why we're messing around. Make that your homepage. When you open up your web browser of choice, I want
It's gotta be our link tree.
I want that link tree to pop open.
It needs to be there.
That's right.
All right, so send us pictures showing us that you made it your homepage, and I don't know, we'll do something. All right, so Pokemon. We are learning about a very, very important Pokemon today. Does anybody know what Pokemon it is? Mr. Curtis, it's a bug type. So,
and of course it is Pineco.
Wow. Jumped in, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited for this one.
He doesn't mess around when it's a bug type.
No, he doesn't. All right. So, has anybody seen a Pineco before? You might have seen one before. and you just didn't know because it just kind of looks like a pine cone.
I've had a few knock my head while I've been walking.
Yeah, I had an internship taking care of Pinecos before. Yeah,
Did you really?
I must hear about this. Go on. Who was it with?
Back when I was getting my breeder's license, I had an internship, and part of that internship is you had to help an existing breeder. So of course I found the previously preeminent bug type breeder, because of course I'm now the preeminent bug type breeder. But my old sensei, as we called him, his name was Sensei Marmalade, and Sensei Marmalade,
That's not a real name.
bred Pinecos, and he used to harvest the.
How do you make Pinecos out of bread?
No, he turned Pinecos into bread.
Oh
No. He bred them had multiple lines.
Yo, get breaded, chump.
And he would try to breed different lines of Pinecos that would make their chitinous, their hard shelled exteriors have different properties.
That's where you learned your abominations from Mr. Marmalade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's got to be a pseudonym, not a real name, right?
Did Sensei Marmalade also answer to the Night Mother?
Sensei Marmalade actually is the one who baptized me into the Church of the Night Mother.
Oh.
The lore, the plot thickens. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, it's not. It's only folklore until it's lore, folks. So
That's right. Okay, I have so many
right.
questions to ask Mr. Marmalade. Where can I find him?
This actually kind of leads into my question. How did you take Sensei Marmalade's place, Mr. Curtis, as the preeminent breeder?
Well, Sensei Marmalade got recalled back to the Night Mother.
What is that?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What is that? Recalled? You said that so definitively, and you also kind of bit your lip when you said it. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one day in everybody's life, you hope to be recalled back to the Night Mother. And so
is Sensei Marmalade dead?
Moved on to another form of life is what a good way to put it.
How?
Wow. All right. Well, I guess you'll never be able to ask those questions, Corbin.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just a little bit of the background.
I could sit and talk about your Pineco internship for the next 20 to 45 minutes, Mr. Curtis. And
Let's do it.
I'm tempted to do that, honestly. I'm tempted.
Oh, yeah?
I might just do it. Give me a reason not to do it.
Mr. Curtis, how did he die?
Just because we
how did he die?
To,
how did he die?
He didn't die. He got recalled back to the Night Mother. He
that
took
means
on
dead.
a new form. Okay.
Okay,
so,
you're being vague, and I don't like it.
But that's we need to learn about the beauty of this beautiful Pokemon.
Yeah, this
that covers itself in chitinous plates.
Ooh,
sounds like you know. That. I mean, you know a lot about it.
But I don't. I just get hit by them. So can I learn?
That is true. All right. So I have a Pineco here today. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out of the Pokeball. Is what I would say if it wasn't already out and has been dangling above us this entire time.
Wait,
it's up there.
Oh hey!
Straight up
look
there.
at that little guy. Hi there. What's up, Dingly Dangly? Look at that cute little
Whoa,
thing.
Dingly. Is that Pineco's name? Dingly Dangly?
Dingly is a good name.
I can think of no more majestic name than Dingly. I like Dingly.
Dingly D Angly.
Dingly
D. Angly. The
Pineco. Dingly, and then D is the middle initial.
Yeah,
Angly is the last name. Dingly D Angly.
Dingly D Angly is the name. All right, cool.
It.
Yeah, Corbin, just describe Dingly for us.
It's a pine cone.
Okay, but there's more than that, right?
With eyes.
And that's it.
It's a pine cone with eyes.
That's the ball game.
That's it. That's all. That's basically it.
That's pretty much it.
It's really more. I mean, if you come over here, Corbin. Come down here, Dingly. Come here.
Okay. Well, don't ask it to come down here. Let's let it stay up there. I don't want anything to happen.
I mean, I just if you just feel the exterior,
I'm good.
It, you could tell right away.
I wouldn't touch it.
Are you sure?
I don't really want to touch it, Professor.
I say we leave Dingly D'Angly up there just chilling, and we just let him do his thing.
I mean, you sure? I mean, we could drop it down here to the ground if you wanted, Professor.
No, please, guys. I've been dropped by so many. Please. let's just leave it there for now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's you know what? Let's start reading some Pokedex entries. How about that?
Sure.
I'm
sure.
down.
All right. Starting off in the Johto region, the first entry says it likes to make its shell thicker by adding layers of tree bark. The additional weight doesn't bother it. Yes, I guess
they're pretty tough.
So the shell is thick, but it adds layers of tree bark to make it even thicker.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get you to feel is the tree bark.
Okay. Well, you're trying to get it to drop down here, and that's.
Well, I'm sure I'll learn about how it has poison or something that would kill me. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it's more just pretty actionable action when it drops to the ground. So
Pretty actionable action. I love it.
Actionable action. Wow. That's cool. It hangs and waits for flying insect prey to come near. It does not move about much on its own. So I guess it's like cutie flies or...
A really good Pokemon to have on your team if you're battling.
Yeah, this is another one of those like Caterpie moments where it's like, this Pokemon is not for battling. I mean, I guess there is...
It's just there to look cute.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's one thing you could do with it.
Yeah,
pretty effective.
yeah.
A pretty actionable action that you could use in a battle.
One might say.
One might say. The next entry says it spits out a fluid that it uses to glue tree bark to its body. The fluid hardens when it touches air.
Yeah.
See, you wanted me to be subjected to that? You wanted me to be glued?
I mean, but it's all it hardens when it touches air, so it's all of the stuff is hardened now. I mean, maybe if it spat on you.
By the time
maybe if you like,
Mr. Curtis wanted me to touch it, so it'd spit on me, then I'd be glued. I know what your game is.
I mean, it can spit on you from anywhere, Corbin. It could spit on you from right there.
Yeah.
It might just do that. Maybe it would. Wouldn't that be funny?
I got my eye on you.
Wouldn't it be funny if it did that?
It'd be hilarious.
Oh.
Not for me.
Okay, but it won't do that. I'm sure it wouldn't.
No. You wouldn't do that.
Okay. All right. Moving on. From the Hoenn region, this one says this is the big one. This is something that I cannot believe they didn't mention at all in the Johto region Pokedex entries. Pineco hangs from a tree branch and patiently waits for prey to come along. If the Pokemon is disturbed while eating by someone shaking its tree, it drops down to the ground and explodes with no warning.
Boom!
Ooh!
Wow!
Dang! I didn't know it could do that. I could have been bombed this whole time.
You still could be.
I still. I don't.
Who put it up
there?
Yeah, I was gonna say it is right above your desk, Corbin.
It is. I don't like this. I could be spat on. I could be exploded. There's so much that could go wrong right now. This is a ticking time bomb. Ticking time cone.
So unassuming with an explosive. Ooh,
Are you bored, Mr. Chris?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chris. What's going on, buddy?
I'm so sorry. No, it's unassuming until it's not, and it goes boom,
and then
shabang.
It is assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I have a good T-shirt idea. Ticking time cone.
Ticking
time cone. I like.
And
that.
then it's like it's a Pineco, with one eyebrow raised.
Yep.
And it's like arms are crossed too.
Well, it doesn't have any arms.
Well, it's little like tree bark. Things
it's little
crossed.
tree bark things are crossed.
Yeah.
And it's given the whole like, how did I get here face.
Yeah. And then the book explodes.
Right, and there's a fuse coming out of its head.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
I love it.
Okay, that does it for the Hoenn region. There's not too many more entries, so let's keep going here. In the Sinnoh region, they say it looks just like a pine cone.
Sure does.
Its shell protects it from bird Pokemon that peck it by mistake. And then they peck it, and then I assume it just explodes and kills them.
That's a dead Pidgey right there. It's a fried bird Pokemon.
What other Pokemon do we remember kind of just explodes sometimes?
Pretty sure Voltorb does, right?
Yeah, Voltorb was a notorious exploder.
Yeah,
Voltorb's pretty
Electrode
good.
by relation.
By default, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anything else? Any other Pokemon kind of just goes boom sometimes?
Isn't it Graveler?
Graveler, and I think Golem as well also just kind of explode every.
And I could be wrong, but I think Pikachu blows up sometimes.
I don't think Pikachu blows up.
When a Pineco falls on it.
Hey.
Oh
wow, that's a gruesome thing to think about, Corbin.
It is a gruesome thing. Artwork. No, I'm just kidding.
No, God, no, please. Oh my God.
No, don't do that.
Okay. Nothing new in Unova. They just say it looks like a pine cone. Great stuff, Unova.
Yep.
And then Kalos just repeats things we've already seen. Alola says, motionless. It hangs from trees, waiting for its bug Pokemon prey to come to it. Its favorite in Alola is... Anybody want to guess? What's his favorite bug Pokemon to eat?
Spidops?
Those are mostly in Paldea.
Okay. Hopefully not Wimpod.
No, not Wimpod.
Oh, thank God.
I can't think of a bug type that I would care to eat like that. I mean, you know.
You can think of others that you would like to eat, though?
I mean, honestly, like this one I have eaten. I have eaten this bug Pokemon.
Maybe
oh, really? A Pineco or the
No, the one that Pineco likes to eat. I also I also occasionally eat it.
A Vivillon?
No.
Something small, right?
It is small, yes.
Is it a cutie fly?
It's a cutie fly.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, man, cutie flies are delicious just to pop them out of the air and right into your mouth.
Yep.
That's still feel bad about that, but you know.
So much flavor. The next entry says it sticks tree bark to itself with its saliva, making itself thicker and larger. Elderly Pineco are ridiculously huge.
Woo!
Oh
Big
yeah,
boys.
How what does ridiculously huge mean? I mean, how do you know how big a regular Pineco is?
I mean it's as big as that one. I guess that's average up there.
Yeah, so that's about 2 feet. It's about 2 feet.
Oh, it's a 2 foot cone.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's a 2-footer.
Dingley's pretty small when it comes to Pinecos. Must be a pretty young one.
Right.
I've seen him get as big as the about 8 or 9 feet.
Really?
in
You
diameter.
see the grandpa
Oh my
Pinecone?
God, that's so big.
Bigger than you would be tall.
Question.
Just hanging from a tree.
I got a question
Yes.
for you, Mr. Curtis, since you have this
Yes.
expertise in Pinecos.
Yes, please.
The bigger it is does like the explosion
The harder
also
it
get
falls?
Well, yes, but does the explosion
The
also
harder it
get-
falls.
like,
That is correct.
no, my question is like the bigger the Pineco, the bigger the explosion?
I'm assuming so, right?
I'm assuming so.
That is- So the explosion, and you wouldn't know this from the Pokedex entries,
Of course
but the
not.
explosion juice comes from the inherent potential energy that's in the saliva that solidifies.
Oh, okay.
So of course, bigger the Pineco, more bark, more saliva hits the ground. All that potential chemical
More
energy goes kaboom boom. So and more
Wow.
shrapnel, you might say.
Well, certainly that, yeah. So it's the potential energy.
The potential
and the
chemical energy.
Yeah, it's like the bonds of the molecules in the saliva.
Yes.
Huh.
Very interesting.
That isn't that how have we harnessed that? I feel like we should use that for something.
I feel like we should use that for weapons.
That's
I
part of
wouldn't say
what
weapons.
Professor Marmalade was looking at, but you know,
Okay.
it's pretty destructive.
They return to the Night Mother's welcoming embrace.
Until the sweet Night Mother took him home when he was caring for one of his particularly large and elderly Pinecos. So
Again, what does that mean? Taking him home, like where, like
Corbin,
how did he?
I'm starting to think I'm figuring out what killed Sensei Marmalade. I think Sensei Marmalade's body was
Was killed by a grandpa Pineco.
yeah. I think he was.
Grandpa Pinecone dropped on it, blew up half a block, and Mr. Marmalade went with him. Is that right?
I think Sensei Marmalade was atomized by this.
Ooh, can you confirm?
taken home to a new form.
Baptized in fire, if you will.
Ablated off the face of the earth
You might say. Yeah.
by the scalpel that is Grandpa Pineco.
Honestly, if he was really more researching, like, you know, always you talked about the different chitinous shells they make and the implications of their saliva. But I think, you know, working with a Burmy would have probably been a little bit smarter,
Safer, certainly.
Probably.
But I mean, like,
yeah, safer.
you gotta like live with that danger every so often, right?
Sure. I mean, you can't harvest infinite energy, you know, from just anywhere. Sometimes you gotta
put yourself in the.
You gotta crack a few eggs, or in this case, incinerate yourself.
Look down the barrel of a bomb.
in the blast zone.
Wait, bombs don't have barrels?
What?
What's up? Bombs don't have
I
barrels.
don't think that's true. Okay, so there's nothing new from Galar, and there's nothing new from Paldea. Professor Mirror hasn't submitted anything in his photo decks from the Lentil region. Let's see here. I don't guys, I think that's it. I don't think there's. Oh wait, hold on. No, there is one unique entry. Sorry. It comes to us from Ash's Pokedex.
Oh,
yeah. Ash says Pineco. Sorry, Ash's Pokedex says Pineco, the Bagworm Pokemon, appears calm as it hangs sedately from tree branches, but it will self-destruct at the slightest provocation.
I feel like bagworm sounds derogatory.
Yeah, a bagworm.
Yeah. Dingley, you ain't nothing but a bagworm.
Okay, hold on, please.
Oh,
Don't antagonize Dingley.
Oh, did it stick your hand to your table?
No, the hand is stuck to the desk.
Ooh, we'll have to figure out. But I'm sure Mr. Curtis knows how to get that off.
Yeah, there's some solvents. I have them. I didn't bring any with me, but I should have. It would have been really smart for me to do that.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know, but I could probably mix up some solvents.
No,
later.
we're not learning about why not. I know we recently learned about Wobbuff, but we still have ways to go before why not.
You're right. You're right, Professor.
Jeez.
Okay,
with that, that is all of the Pokedex entries on Pineco.
That's it.
That's all
Time
we
to
got.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up? Is Portia? Wait. Sorry, hold on. What's that in the distance? I think I hear the wrap it up music about to be played. There it goes.
Play it, Portia. Hit it.
Portia on that beat. Let's go.
Wrap it up.
What?
Wrap it up.
What?
Wrap it up.
Let's go.
Wrap it up.
WWOP.
Beautiful. Never gets old.
Never gets old. Love it every time. All
Hashtag
right.
subscribe for the full version. Thank you.
Wait, what? There's a full version?
What? I don't. Maybe the next Patreon goal could be wrap it up full length. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably not.
I doubt it.
Okay. So let's see. What do I have in store for you guys today? What should we do? Pineco. How about?
I want to do a poem, Professor. We haven't done one in a while. I love poems.
Well, lucky for you. In my notes here, it does say do a poem. So,
hey!
Now since you said it, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I know. We could do a pop
but
quiz,
I want
Professor.
to do it.
Could we do a pop quiz, Professor?
Well, I would have to
shut up.
I have to take the time to write a pop quiz. I don't have that time. Okay, so we'll do a poem.
Yeah.
So, I want you guys to take some time to unstick Corbin from the table.
Okay.
And then 2, go ahead and write a poem on Pineco. And then we'll meet back here.
All right, let me start pulling stuff out of my jacket here. Hold on real quick.
Okay.
What has he got? Oh God, he's taking all the stuff from his jacket. Oh, there's the notebooks.
All right, I'm gonna
There's
write
a flashlight.
I'm gonna write that poem with one hand.
I've got a bottle here of. Okay, all right. I've got some of the solvent here for you, Corbin. We'll get you unstuck.
Okay, all right. Is everybody done yet? We gotta get going. The dingly dangly is starting to dingly
dangle too much.
Is starting to dingle and dangle, if you know what I'm saying. So let's
that's right.
Looking sauce.
Let's get going here. Corbin, I would like to hear your poem first, please.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Buckle in, everyone. This one is called.
Hold on. I need to buckle in. Here we go. Okay.
Buckle in.
There we go.
Where'd
Buckled.
you get that buckle? That's
Ready to go.
What?
Whenever you're ready.
What did you? Why do you have a? Okay. All right. Here we go. And this one is called Collision. You put up walls made of bark. Isolate yourself within the dark. A feeling I know all too well, hiding within my lonely shell. If disturbed from your safe place, you fall hard and dive into the face of those you love. You pushed aside. Fire engulfs as we collide. And that's it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Ooh, very pretty.
Nice. Very good.
Except for not as pretty as mine.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. It's a competition. All right. Let's see what you got then.
Let's hear it, buddy. Let's hear it, Mr. Curtis.
Okay, here we go. Sweet Pineco, the world looks at you in doom. All they see is the bug that goes boom. Using bark and spit, your body bees entombed. Bird Pokemon trying to peck at you are given no room. Your not moving form is my heirloom.
Okay.
I'm done.
Question, was because there's a part where you said is that also in the poem, or did you just say did you like lose your place?
I just was trying to fight the sloppy mouth is what happened. So
okay. Well, hey, very good. I like that you added the fact that it has hard bark that prevents the bird Pokemon from pecking at it. So very good. That's something that we learned in class. Thank you. And and of course Corbin included the fact that it explodes. You did too, Mr. Curtis.
Yes.
Weird way that you kind of like shoehorned in the heirloom thing, I think, Mr. Curtis.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is the heirloom of my.
I thought Doomed was going to be in there somewhere.
It did.
I did say Doom.
He said
you did say. Oh, sorry, I blacked out for a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to pay attention when Mr. Curtis talks. Sometimes I get it. But hey, great job, everybody. The poem is always kind of like a free point. So.
Well, it takes skill, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. Listen, you can tell a good poem from a bad poem for sure, but I'm not. Listen, I'm not here to critique art, all right? I just want to make sure that you learned a little something about Pineco. Everybody's the most important Pokemon that we could ever learn about.
That's right.
All right. But the most important Pokemon that we could ever learn about, we've learned about it. It's done. We're done with Pineco. Does anybody know who we're going to be learning about next week?
Is it Spidops?
No, it's not. It's not Spidops. It's Paldea.
Would it be Decidueye, Professor?
It's not Decidueye. I'll give you a hint.
It's the evolved form.
It is
of this Pokemon.
It is the evolved form of Pineco.
Well, of course you mean Fortress.
Yes. Very good. We are learning about Fortress next week.
That's
good. Okay, so if there aren't any other questions.
He's teetering a little bit. False alarm. We're good. It's all good.
Don't scare me like that. We gotta get out of here. Wait, I could just put him back in the Pokeball at any time.
You could. Why don't you?
I don't know. Sometimes I'd like to live with a little bit of fear, a little bit of.
Let's just wrap it up quickly, Professor. Come on.
All right. If any of the students have any questions for me, they can send a Gengar mail to wwopokemon@gmail.com. We also have a bunch of other links for you to explore in our link tree in our description. One of those is our Patreon. Corbin, tell us about the Patreon.
Woo! The Patreon has so much content, it would lose your mind. Honestly, if you guys are not liking the fact that we, sometimes switch bi-weekly or we take breaks, or, even if weekly is not enough for you for these lessons, there's so much more stuff on the Patreon. It's not even funny. Quick fire, you have Mr. Curtis's doodles every single week. You got full Discord access. You get to watch our Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke playthrough earlier, 2 weeks early, as opposed to the people that get it on YouTube. You get to enter your name raffled in for deciding future Pokemon names. You get a Pokemon named after you. You get to listen to the monthly Q&As, and you get to send questions for the monthly Q&As as well. And also there's our monthly outtakes and deleted scenes, compilations you can listen to as well. There's a ton of stuff on there. And even when we take breaks, we still do Patreon stuff. So fun fact for you.
You guys are spending that money. We got to keep that content going.
That's right. But this is for free, right, Mr. Curtis? So we can kind of take breaks here and there.
That's true. I mean, they pay a lump sum amount for that, so
right. But that's not enough.
They've already paid for it.
Going.
So.
And honestly, some of our best stuff is on the Patreon. Honestly,
I'd agree with that.
All right, but that's enough of that. That's enough talking about how awesome our Patreon is. I think it's time we put this lesson to bed. So until next time, class is dismissed. I don't know why you guys are freaking out. Oh my god, it's falling!
Oh my god! Okay, false alarm. Okay, all right, it's fine. It's just in the middle of the room. All right, it didn't explode or anything. Okay, we're good. Everything is fine.